What's up, guys? Do you want to know how to make a modern dancehall beat? Then stick around and I'll show you. So what I'm going to do is play the first few seconds of this instrumental, and then I'll be breaking down each instrument so you guys could see how I piece this puzzle together and the thought process behind each instrument that I added. All right, so you hear that shit sounds sick, right? So I'm gonna solo this first track. So you hear what it sounds like? That's all I did. This is pretty much a string that I took a sample from and just made a pattern out of it. That's all I did with this. So this is like the main string right here. And then I went ahead and added this right here. It's like a violin or something like that. So you hear that in its own. So typically what I do is when I'm making each beat, right? I typically have like 10 to 12 melodic instruments, and then I follow it up with my percussive instruments. So what the melodic instrument is just instruments that make a melodic sound when you press the buttons or whatever. So like your piano, your guitars, all that stuff is what I call a melodic instrument. And the percussive instruments are like your drums, your snares, your hi-hats, and so on. So depending on the track, I might have more than 12. Like in this example, I have about 14. It just depends on the track that I'm doing, really. But generally, that's the amount of tracks I have for melodic instruments. And I do go ahead and color code them just to keep everything organized. So if you don't know how to color code it, all you do is you right click on this, assign track color, and that's it. You just select whatever color you want. That's my string ensemble. And then I went ahead and added a light harmonic. It's like an accent tone. And this is another lead. I think I got this from Alchemy. Just, Alchemy has a lot of sounds that you could use. A lot of cool sounds. And then I added this one instrument right here. It comes in at the last 4 bars of the... That's like, I added it to the last 4 bars of the track, so it acts like a build-up to when the verse comes in. You know what I'm saying? And then I went ahead and added voice plugs. This is another sound from Alchemy. And I have to say, this is probably one of my favorite instruments from Alchemy. Then the next instrument I added it's called a tight chord pattern. This is what it sounds like. So it's just panning from left to right, and it's like a low end frequency kind of instrument. It just makes the beat sounds a little bit more interesting, right? And let's see what else I got here. Yeah. See, this is what I mean by a melodic instrument. I just use these instruments just to fill in the beat so it sounds a lot more full, and doesn't make it sound quiet or anything like that. So that was my main goal right there. And this is another voice plug. All I did was turn down the high end of the EQ, and it just gave it that sound. It's all about being creative with the instruments that you have working with, you know what I'm saying? And then I have this instrument right here. I just added this instrument because I wanted it to sound a little bit more dark and give you that vibe, like, something is about to go down. And then this right here is main my main synth, my main lead right here for the chorus. And I gotta tell you, this instrument just added a lot of power to the beat. This I got it from Alchemy as well. Most of these instruments I got it from Alchemy. You know what I'm saying? It just added that power to the beat. And that's what I was looking for. Then I went ahead and added this dream pad right here to make the beat sound even more dark. Also from Alchemy. And then, I went ahead and put in my bass. The bass, I created it myself through ES2, which is, so all you do, click instrument, and ES2 is down here. Boom. I created a bass from this program, just like that. So I do have presets just so I don't have to remember the settings, so I could go ahead and use it again in my future beats. So this is what the settings look like for my ES2, and I went ahead and label it so I know which project I'm using it for, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and delete this track. And that pretty much wraps up the melodic part of the track. Now I'm going down to the percussive part of the track. All right, so these are my hi-hats. And if you notice, I didn't do like a regular I made it kind of dance to the beat of the track, you know what I'm saying? I made it dance so it could keep that rhythm going, so when people hear the beat, they just start dancing to the beat. So that's the main reason behind programming the hi-hats like that. And then, of course, I got my kick right here. And the snare. Then I have my snap right here. So how I did this was, when I created the kick and the snare to get that drum pattern going, I wanted something to like fill the space in between the drum and the snare. So it's like doom, doom, ch, doom, ch. That's how it sounds. So when I added the snap, it's like doom, doom, ch, doom, ch, doom, doom, ch. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to fill that space so the track sounds a lot more full. Know what I'm saying? You hear that snare roll going on. I have that snare roll going on. If you guys would like to know how I did the snare roll, you could just drop it in the comments and I'll help you guys out with that. And this one right here, this is a what would I call it? A kick roll. I just made it a little fast. Pretty much the same thing with what I did with the snare roll. So let's let you guys hear what it sounds like. That's it. That's all I did. That's just me adding flavor to the beat, really. That's all it is. It's all about the creativity. And so let's go ahead and get the rest of these percussive instruments in. So now you hear that rhythm. That rhythm is coming together. Hold on, let me just unsolo these for a second so you hear what's going on right here. That sound is playing right here. I have it coming in on each time the snare drops. So it sounds like when the person hits the snare, something is going on. You know what I'm saying? So let's get all of this in play. And that's the drum pattern right there. What I'm gonna do is play the chorus going into the verse so you hear what it sounds like. Yeah, that sounds pretty sick, right? So if you notice what I did now with the verse, when I was piecing all these puzzles together, right? All I did was take out a couple instruments from the chorus, add it in the verse, take out a couple instruments from the verse and add it in the chorus. So when you guys are listening to the beat, you're able to differentiate between which one is the chorus and which one is the verse. That's all I really did. And I did pretty much the same thing with the bridge, but the difference with the bridge is that I took out a lot of percussive instruments, as you can see right here, and I took out a good portion of the melodic instruments. So let's play that and see what it sounds like. What with me doing that, it kind of adds that little suspense thing going on. So I did it in a way so that when the artist is going on the track and then they reach that part of the beat, it just makes their message sounds a little bit more powerful. You know what I'm saying? It's all about creativity, and you know what I mean, when you're piecing this puzzle together, just adding instruments, taking out instruments, so it could sound different. It doesn't sound repetitive and boring. You know what I'm saying? Because and a lot of people don't like that stuff. Thanks for sticking around. If you found this video helpful, then don't be afraid to share this video with everyone you know. And if there's another instrumental that you'd like me to break down, then just drop it in the comment section down below and I'll help you guys out. So if you'd like to listen to the full track, I'll have the link down in the description below for you guys. Hit the like button, hit the bell button, subscribe. Get it? Got it? Ah!